Hello, this is the beginning of a new series, essentially at What If Humanity Restarted? Now, of course, there's going to be several little civilizations, so I'm going to put a little one around, like, Italy. Yeah, we're going to call it the Free Civilization. And over in Mesopotamia, over here, we're going to put... No, that's not his name. We're going to put the United Republic of... What's a good name? Mesopotamia. For the Now, of course, we're going to need an old world civilization. I mean, a new world civilization, right? Which is why we're going to put a small civilization, the Inc, in sort of like the Andes mountain range. And now we are going to save the scenario. What if humanity started? Okay, so now we save it. So right off the bat, the would sort of begin thinking something. Have this new idea. Why are we all just complaining in this little area? What if we expanded? So of course we do expand. Of course the free civilization, because look at this. They decide to expand along the coast of North Africa, reaching the southern bit of modern day Tunisia, right? Now going over to the Andes, we can actually see that the ink is not doing a lot of income, which is why it's supposed to be a reflection of the Incan Empire. Look at it, it started expanding, right? So if you look over here, we can see the Tree Empire, the Inca Empire. The has begun expanding even more around the coast, right? So if we see them, look at them, they're going up a bit. They're going to go, soon they're going to be going into the modern day UAE. Right. Now you see the they've got a tyrannical leader. We're just going to call him the leader because he's not going to be along for much longer. So of course, the city is built in this new state. We aren't going to name it, right? Now moving over to the tree civilization again, notice how they have started expanding up the fertile coast of Tunisia. If you see here, they've started a small, like Carthage. And just like Carthage, they've reached southern Sicily. Okay, so now the arm is going to collapse in on itself into the dust civilization. This civilization would collapse in. Right? Now notice how the tree has established a small little naval empire. And the ink not doing much about it. So what the East has actually started to reach modern day Iran. If you look here, the dust civilization, it has we're going to start traveling with the sort of what's that called? Of course, the Free Empire is going to have a slight resistance. Essentially, this civilization is going to be the Free. Sorry if I stutter a bit, but it's just this is my first time. Right. Now, because this is a sort of like naval power, little countries are going to start popping out around us. Like this one. It's the last civilization. And what's that over there? It's a couple of islands that don't live in the Horn of Africa. The Here civilization. Of course, the Cree Empire is pretty angry that it's lost quite a lot of its colonial. Not sure if you'd call that colonial. Just wondering. Essentially, I'm not sure they were very happy. They were going to declare war on the Cree Empire. The Less Empire is going to establish a small empire around the sort of northern bit of, well, what's this? I think it's called the Gulf of Kuwait or something. We're just going to call it the Gulf of Kuwait. Of course, the Sina civilization that's going to start expanding into the Horn of Africa, right? Now, keep in mind, this is like Stone Age levels of technology, like before Rome was even a thing. Let's go over to the Inca civilization. They've not done a lot of expanding, which is why we're going to check and more native. A keel. The roo. Not the kangaroo. That's in Australia. I'm not even sure they're still, hanging. The off. Well, of course, moving up to America, you've got the Cree. If you look at this, plenty of smaller countries have popped up in the New World. Okay, so now, let's go over to Asia for a bit, right? Essentially, 3 siblings, 2 brothers and a sister, would form different civilizations. They were born around here in what's the borders. Well, we don't know the borders yet, because this is an ancient empire. It might not even be an empire, it might just be little teeny tiny countries. Essentially, 3 brothers and a sister, 2 would form this empire. And all the way up in Sarai? No. It's not general civilization. The Tusk civilization. And the East civilization. How long is this recording going? 9 minutes? Right. Pretty sure we should go with that. Essentially, in modern day China, if you look over there, the East civilization started expanding. Don't want that much. The East and the of essentially the East is the first civilization. It's quite big now. So Cree are sort of like native to the American continent. By this point, some people from numerous of these civilizations, they might have actually reached the river. But of course, it's not going to be called the Nile to them. The Erie River Civilization. Essentially, the Erie River Civilization. Look at the Erie River. Look at it. And of course, the tree has finally won the war against the enemy. The Greece has fallen. Now, of course, moving to the Balkan region, notice how what looks like the vague outline of Greater Hungary, moving to Albania, and the Alps, the L, and the Joe. Look at the Joe civilization. Right, how long have we got left again? Still got 4 minutes, right? Pretty sure we could get to the beginning of the Free Empire. Essentially, the Erie River civilization, the West, and the Deuce, they're all different civilizations. Look at the here, it started expanding into Africa. Notice how they can expand into the Sahara. That's because, well, there's nothing there, so there's no need. Yeah. Now, by this point, the tree would establish a small city around here. Now, of course, they changed the name to something like Rise. The old city of Rise. Pre-civilization, the Jewish civilization and the L civilization, are now the dominant factor in America. Well, not America, Europe, sorry. Now look at the Yank civilization. The first old world civilization, and they've conquered quite a bit. Okay. Now looking over here, to that it might say year 3, but I'd say it's about 500 years after it started. And I'd count the time it started as the Pride conquest, beginning of it, into Sardinia, not Sardinia, Sicily. Always get those two mixed up, hope you forget. Now, of course, if we look at the pre-civilization, we're getting quite different. Here's another city, and that's it for today.